guys? T-Fit here once again. Hey, how important is it for you to manage your dog's impulse? You ever had one of those annoying kids tapping your shoulder or somebody talking to you, you don't want to talk? It's like, man, I just want to be quiet. And then somebody always making bad decisions. You say, brother, sister, you impulsive, man. Who told you to get that tattoo? Who told you? We're not going to go there. Here's the thing. One of the ways in which we manage our dogs, step by step, we manage their impulses, which means we create an expectation. I don't want Bam Bam running out of the door. I don't want Bam Bam doing what? I don't want him running nowhere unless I say run. I don't want him within 20 feet. I want him 20 feet outside of me. Stan just brought up a good point here a second ago. We're going to be talking more about safety and calmness. Like, subscribe, and share, people. I appreciate everybody watching. Some people believe that sit, as he said, is an implied stay. To imply or to believe that you implied something the dog understood it is foolish, because most humans don't understand what you mean unless you are very concise, precise, and you've mastered communication in a way where they understand exactly what you're saying, which means you didn't imply anything. You were very clear. My grandfather taught me that clarity was key and one of the number one things two men should always have. And that's how you will always be respected, Trev. If you can be clear, they ain't got to like you. But at least they know where you stand. And that's where we're at today. So, for instance, I've got Bam Bam. Come here. Bam Bam. Good boy. So I didn't tell him anything. As we talked about before, we start pacing ourselves and just rewarding him for recalling, coming back to my presence, if you would, the front of me, sitting down and relaxing. Eventually, Stan says front. I'll say, Bam Bam, sit. How am I going to assume that he going to sit every time he comes if I don't give him a word and I've basically marked that behavior? You know how you do all that studying in school and still get an F? It's a behavior. It's like, oh, you know, this is proof you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. Stop lying. You're like, Ma, I studied so hard. Well, if you study that hard, you must be stupid. That's the trick. You just must be a plum dumb donkey. So we just saw Bam Bam come back and sit and chill for a moment. We're going to go roll the windows down and show you Oakley with the window down. And then mind you, he could tell her to jump out. He could tell her to jump in. He could tell her to stay, walk away, down the street. We'll do all these things so you can see firsthand that even with the window down, because he said sit or stay, she stays, correct? Yeah. And talk to them a little bit more about what it is they should be focused on when training a puppy to be as good as your dogs are, if not greater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely want to be better than my dogs. So we'll start there. But duration, so very, very important to start teaching your dog that the duration of these commands, and it starts with 2 to 3 seconds. A lot of people want to get a minute right when they're first starting. It's just unrealistic. Start about 3 seconds, then go from 3 seconds to 7 seconds or even 5 seconds. But make sure your dog understands the beginning of the command and the end of it as well. So with Oakley, for instance, we use the stay command. So if I put her in a down and I tell her to stay, she should remain in that down stay. She also knows that she should stay in the down until she's released and hears something else as well. But in the car, I don't want her to stay in one particular area. I want her to stay in the car. So we're going to show you that, guys.
So check this out. For one, this is a Rufflin cage. How much is this cage?
This one was about $450 and this one was $358.99.
There you go. Now, if you get the impact ones, they about $1,000.
Yeah, so these are the cheapest durable crates that you can find.
For $400. So what he's going to do now is going to show you again. Oakley's in the cage. We're going to let this car pass. Not that she's going to run the car, but you just never. She come out. Dogs normally go left or right. They say the super busy street. We're going to put her in the cage, put her in the car, roll the window down, tell her to stay. We're going to walk down to the stop sign and come back. Go ahead, my friend. Stay. Free. Now, imagine it's a warm day.
Up. Stay.
Imagine it's a warm day, people. You turn around, you like, I gotta go in the store real quick. I tell you one thing, this car has got one of them do not disturb signs on it. You see a dog sitting in there all blacked out, jet like that, you have a problem on your hands. You start reaching in there, digging around. That dog gets busy. The other thing that you do, you teach him to stay, because if you tell him to sit, they're like, I'm gonna sit, but then you leave. I'm not staying here. I wanna go where you going. So we're halfway down the street now. We'll walk across the street just so you can see, and we'll come back, and then you'll see firsthand from this angle that she still should be in the car. nut check, cup check. He yelled free, and what happened? She jumped out the car and came to him. Guys, do not believe for 1 second that your dog is going to do something that you believe you inferred. And if I told you to write a paper but never told you the name or what to write about, and you just wrote a paper, like, what is this? Well, it was a paper. Paper about what, boy? Well, you didn't tell me. Well, didn't I tell you to write a paper? You see what I'm saying? You got to make sure that there's a clear line of communication when building communication, which is just you outlining and creating expectations through practice behaviors. You practice going to work every day, practice being better for your dog every day. Put it back in the car, boss. Let's see. Up. And on that note, life is good. Stay tuned. Take care of your dogs as always. Thank you for watching. Free. Oh. Let's go.